All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Welcome to this little channel here. We're reacting to Nick Rekieta. What I do here on this channel, I react to drama, reacting to Nick Rekieta. What's going on with him? He's streaming. That's good. He's going to need to stream more for sure. Got to keep that money coming in. Going to need it. He's streaming. Good for him. Let's take a look at this.
This is one. Here we go. This is a weird super tip.
Are you going to be able to hack while on probation?
Dude, I can't hack anything.
Yeah, it's time for jokes. Got plenty of time now. Got 5 years of probation. All the time there.
However, I will be at Hackamania. I will be at Hackamania. And if you guys want to come hang out with a sober Nick Rekieta.
Oh boy, that sounds
which
fun.
means 100%, well, 30% less nudity.
30% less nudity. So there's still a chance. There's still a chance you can hang out with Rekieta in the hot tub. Okay. If that's what you really want to do. Wow. By the way, I wonder if the drug test he's going to have to take, if it tests for shrooms. A lot of drug tests don't. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know if this, it's possible. Maybe he's gonna enter the world of shrooms and be microdosing. They have to deal with all this stuff. Anyway,
you too can come hang out with me at Hackamania, and you should. You should. I will be there. I got permission to be there from probation, getting the paperwork taken care of on that. Hopefully this coming week. But
exciting. Sounds exciting there. A sober Rekieta. Wow.
They've said I'm good to go. So I will be there. I wasn't sure if I could go or not. But it turns out leaving the state while on probation, as long as you're compliant, is actually kind of easy. So it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, okay. Not a big deal.
Leaving the country might be different. Sika Lother says, Jake and Logan Paul knew how to retain their audience by feigning contrition and pretending to be sorry. Even Aaron Imholt knew how to do that.
I like the chat. I like the chat. You could have just pretended to be sorry.
That one has to be brain dead and not smart to know how to fake remorse.
Yeah, maybe he needs to watch. I think doesn't PewDiePie have a video on how to do a perfect apology? He needs to watch that.
Not know how to fake remorse, even in front of a judge. Anyone who thinks I didn't have remorse in front of the judge is insane.
Well, I mean, that's not what the reporter said. The reporter said the judge even rolled his eyes at you for how dumb you were. Like the words that came out of your mouth were just that dumb.
Sorry. I don't know what to say. But yeah, we'll see. My remorse wasn't fake at all either. Like that, I don't know why you would. One, why would you fake remorse? But two,
why would you fake remorse? Oh, Rekieta, I think you know why you would fake anything. As a lawyer, that's one of the first things you got to do, right? I mean, especially a lawyer like you.
I had tons of it. I put my family through a living hell. I thought it would not impact them because
you thought it would not impact them. Please carry on.
You just keep it away from the kids. You keep it away.
You keep it away from the kids? How were you keeping it away from the kids, wise guy? Genius? How is bringing Snow White into the house keeping it away from the kids? You brought the supply into the casa, sir. How is that keeping it away from the kids? The kids live in the same home. You brought... What? What? It was so not kept away from the kids that apparently one of them tested positive for the stuff. How were you keeping it away from the kids? How were you? Yeah. Yeah, you're a smart guy.
No one around, um, no one around us knew that I was using at all, unless they were like
That is a lie.
certain people did because they would use with you or whatever, or you knew they didn't care. But no one who would care
He still thinks he's the smartest person in the room. He really does. That Joker painting is laughing at him, not with him.
or knew anything about it. Wait a minute. Did that Minnesota Public Records pussy just post the transcript? Was that it? Was that the drop? Oh man. Whew. God. I'm got, I guess. There you go. No, if you're reading text on a page, you can't possibly know how my speech sounded or what it was like, but
Oh no, but we can know what you said. I mean, that's a line you use for a joke. If you're reading a joke on page on paper, it reads differently because you need the voice. All right, you need the fluctuations and all that. But you're talking to a judge. You're not doing a stand-up routine.
but that's fine. Like if that's their big reveal today, I've been kind of curious. What it's like, dude, everything's public. So what is it? Go for it. People decided that I betrayed some standard that they believe I created. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
A standard that you created, that people believe you created. Dude, there's times that you presented yourself as like a wholesome guy, right? You'd read the Bible and stuff. You'd consider yourself like a dad, like a good dad, right? You'd have like the dad podcast with the guy who made Earthworm Jim and the lawyer that you worked with to screw over Vic Mignogna. So, yeah, that's the reason why people thought those things about you. Turns out that you're not a good dad. A good dad doesn't bring the blow into the house. I understand one time at a party maybe or something. I understand smoking some, Willie weed if you're going to be at a Willie Nelson concert or something, okay? I understand that, But, like, bringing that stuff into the house, and, I mean, I don't know how Christian it really is to open up your marriage and do all that stuff, but that's not even the main thing, though. I don't really care about that stuff. I care about the fact that you brought drugs into the home, hard drugs into the home, and apparently one of the kids tested positive. I don't know how you even explain that. And apparently, like, that's okay. That's okay.
It's kind of tough because one point in your life you believe something, and then another point in your life you believe something else. I never thought I'd do hard drugs at all. When I started this YouTube channel, I had never touched anything harder than a little marijuana, and years and years.
X'd it out on that one. How am I supposed to believe anything you say?
Years prior, I hate.
Okay.
Kind of hate weed entirely.
That's your problem, man.
Because I don't like depressants that much.
There's different strains, so I mean that's your problem.
Except for liquor, I guess. But this is not my.
Yeah, that's another thing. You don't like depressants, but you like alcohol. Wow. All right. So yeah, smartest man in the room, guys.
Thing. There wasn't a hypocrisy there. It was. I literally just.
It's pretty hypocritical to espouse Christian values and then open up your marriage and have swinger orgies with some still-toe morning guy's wife and all that stuff. That's pretty hypocritical, dude.
I changed my position on it.
Okay.
This idea that once you make a statement,
you found the passage in the Bible where it's about hedonism. Hedonism is to be celebrated. There's hidden lines in the Bible that we're not aware about marriage. They don't become one flesh. That's not your wife forever, right? No. Ignore all that. Ignore all those lines about adultery and all that. No.
it becomes static. And that if you change your position on something, you have some sort of affirmative duty to let everybody know. It's an impossible thing. But I get it. I also get it because, you know, you watch someone say something and then they end up doing something different. But most of the time you're ending up doing something different. That's not what you're intending when you say it. So again, to people who think that that like I betrayed some trust or something that I created for them, I guess sorry. Like I didn't
the
mean
wheel,
to.
man. The mud.
I very much believed what I said at the time. And then I tried something different. It was catastrophically wrong. I was right the whole time, damn it.
Is that why during when the hedonism stuff came out, when people were getting the hint that you're into some sort of weird swinger stuff, why you were trying to cover that stuff up? Huh? If you're trying to be front and honest about it, why were you covering it up, buddy? Why are you playing games in the background, huh? What were you doing there?
Anyway, the funny part though was watching all my colleagues talk about like how stupid I was being or whatever and involving the law. And it's like, dude, I exercised my rights in going after what we could.
You're right to party. You're right to you're right to do blow in the bathroom. All right, and come back with a bloody nose and powder on your nose, man.
And then, you know, when that was basically exhausted, I made the plea deal, which is just kind of the way you do lawyering in criminal cases. Could have taken it to trial. Man, it would have been a tough case. You got cocaine in your house. Like, that's a tough case to win. We had some complicating factors. There's some evidentiary issues that I'll get to at some point. They're really, really
yeah, the things you try to bring up that the court did not care about at all.
Interesting.
They're not interesting. You could bring up all that stuff. Oh, we could have won with this play. We could have said this. We could have that. At the end of the day, you didn't. Your ideas were dumb. Your ideas with Vic Mignogna were dumb. Your ideas of lawyering are just flat out dumb. You're not a good lawyer. If you're a good lawyer, you would be lawyering and not doing. You would have been doing this stuff. But whatever.
Had we litigated those, they could have changed how things were going. But, you know, there's no guarantees. It's very unlikely that would have happened. It makes for interesting thought exercises, and some of it would have maybe made for some good law. But yeah, I just didn't want to go to prison, and I wanted this to get done because I have a family to support. You
still have a family, huh?
A life to get back to, and it's been gone for way too long. It was funny.
All right, so are we're entering the support my family please arc. Okay.
People say that I was making all the wrong moves, and then Nick got a better deal than kind of expected.
No. I mean, even from the beginning, people said you're not going to jail. They said you're going to probably get like probation or something. That's what they're saying in the beginning. So it kind of went the way people were expecting it to go. Now, there were some people who were saying you're going to go to jail, but those thoughts, I don't recall that coming from the other internet lawyers that are your buddies. They said opposite. You know, like PPP and Andy Worski, yeah, they'll exaggerate, but he's going to jail. Even now, he's going to jail. When right now, you're not going to jail. You're on probation. If you screw it up, you go to jail. Anyway.
And then, of course, they were really excited when they thought I was going to jail. So that was fun. There should be a level of abstraction, a layer of separation between you and a creator, because people do deserve to have some of their privacy.
That is cute. That's not what you were saying about like what internet law covering these court cases and all that stuff. Oh, man. Yeah, you're willing to get into all sorts of stuff about other people. But when it's your turn, that's when it's like, oh, man, can you respect my privacy?
Lady Rekieta and I, our lives, parts of our lives that were kept private very intentionally, were laid bare by other people. because they just decided that we were no longer entitled to that privacy for no other reason than they.
You flirted with that stuff. What are you talking about? You and your wife both put out some crazy ass stuff on your locals. Your local videos, your locals like content was the swinger stuff, man. So what do you mean other people put it out there? You put it out there to your pay pigs. You thought they were going to keep it quiet. No. And then word got out. Word got out, man. You guys did a stream in a hot tub with Aaron and April. You guys put that out there. Rekieta, you put it out there. You did that. Everything that they used was streams and videos that you put out. So, like, you made your bed in this one, okay?
They were mad about something. And then they blamed us for sharing. It's like, but we didn't share this stuff. We didn't share any of this shit.
You idiot.
In
liar.
fact, we specifically unshared.
You liar. You freaking liar.
And people still
lying now.
There is no winning.
You're lying so much. Look at that nose. It's growing like Pinocchio there.
You become an object for people. You're the object of their entertainment. You're the object of their interest. And they will completely obliterate whatever you believe that you're entitled to as a person. It no longer matters.
Man, when you go on stream and flaunt that you have some weird swinging life with these other people like Aaron and April, you know why I know who they are? I know who Aaron and April are because of you. That's how. Okay? I wouldn't know what Still Toe Morning Show was if it wasn't for you, Rekieta. I wouldn't know what a Baldo was if it wasn't for you, Rekieta. I wouldn't know that you could shove a beer, was it a wine bottle up your ass if it wasn't for you, Rekieta. So you showed me those things. You showed us those things. So yeah. Yeah, you showed us.
And that's a hard thing to deal with. Denny's Cop says, what was the last thing you ordered from Denny's? The last thing I ordered from Denny's, it would have to be a Grand Slam, I think. I got it so many years ago. I can't imagine ordering anything other than a Grand Slam breakfast. Julius Presley says, did you hack Aaron email? No.
He didn't have to hack it. He just went on Aaron's email. And you know how Google keeps you signed in? That's how he did it. It's like, I didn't have to hack it. It was already signed in. You know, he was thinking that.
John Jelaine says that nobody knows that falling off the wagon, getting back in the saddle again takes guts. Having to do
it does take guts.
Publicly is a little nerve-wracking. Like it is.
He has no other source of income. So this is what he's going to do for sure.
And says, Raggets, we love you. Glad you're back. Hey, thank you. Port Film Co-op says, what's with the cuckoldry stuff you do? I don't. But
you don't anymore. We know you like to share. You liked to share. You probably still like to share.
But thank you. Some are saying in ounces, how much coom did Aaron dump in Kayla? Wow, that's gross, dude.
That's IRL, gross, but it happened.
Well, says, why did your 9-year-old daughter test positive for coke? Actually, it's a very good question.
Oh, just gonna say she didn't actually.
One I wish I had answers to. I have theories on.
You have theories
on the test. I believe the test
the
itself
fault.
Is faulty. I don't believe it was her hair. But there's no, we
whose hair did it get mixed up with? Your wife's? What do you talk about?
Got to challenge it. We never got to fight about it. We didn't get to retest it. It's something I'll have to talk about at some point in the future, but it requires a lot of citations. An honest doubter says, plus side, probation will add 10 years to your life. I mean, if you want them, I guess. But World's Man says, enjoy prison, stalker child. Well, no. No, we're back.
I mean, the 5 years is going to be a real test.
I don't know the full schedule, but it's going to be a full schedule. Let's see. Grifty says, does Minnesota have a system to petition for early discharge of probation for good behavior after a year or so? Yes. I mean, you just
that's what it's going to be hoping for.
Do it through probation. But
all right, and that's about it. This clip here. This little clip was very rich, very interesting. I very much enjoyed this here. So you can see that Nick Rekieta is back at it. He's back in the saddle. He's streaming again. I mean, what else is he going to do, right? He's going to be doing this, making some super chats. People are going to be watching. They want to know. They want to get in those questions to see if they get some answers, right? Yeah, they want to see how he's going to respond to all this stuff. Now, they're not going to come to him for legal advice. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, man. I would love to see Rekieta stream a court case and see how people see how many people watch. And if they do watch, they're probably gonna be hate watching the same way people watch DSP for not knowing how to play games or just being a general asshole. Okay, so there you have it. He's like the DSP of law. He's going to get viewers and hate watchers for being the DSP of law. And now he's actually in a situation where he's going to be like, guys, I'm going to need money to support my family, the family that I love. That's where we're at. Okay, well, the 5 years of probation is going to be very hard on Rekieta, I am sure. If they don't test for shrooms, maybe the microdosing would help them. I don't know. Don't take my advice. I might be setting you up for failure there. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this, and you'll have a good one.